So in this case, I'm just going to check these screws. And see, that one was a little loose. And I'm just going to tighten it up right where it's at because I know I've got enough room. Yeah, see, that one is just spinning. It's not doing anything. That one's spinning too. That's not good. Okay. Those two are tight. Let's see, that screw is going at an angle. If anything, I could take this out and maybe poke another hole in and go that direction. You know what I mean? I should get my cordless drill out. I think I'm going to have to do that. Okay, then I could pre-drill a hole in at that angle and get this same screw right back in there. And this one here is at this angle. I could do that and put it in at that angle. At least that'll help hold it for the future, okay? Now for the screw, I'm going to take a drill bit a little bit smaller than the screw itself for a pilot hole. Okay. Angle it that way. Now I can put the screw in. I could have taken that one out too at the same time, but I thought I'd do one at a time here. Okay, now that'll kind of help this from sagging more. My drill bit back in. Sometimes you don't have to pre-drill holes, but I always like to do it because if you hit a knot or something, your screw is not going to go in all the way. It could run on you, waggle over in a different location, or you could maybe get this halfway in and then all of a sudden you hit a knot and twist the end off, the head off or something. It's possible. I've done it before. Okay, because I'm putting it at a different angle, it's going to stick out a little bit, but that's all right. Okay, so far so good. Just tightening up the bottom a little bit. And like I say, if I were to move this up a little bit more, I wouldn't have to adjust this latch as much as I'm going to have to right here. But it might be a good thing that it's just a little bit low because I'm going to have to reposition this and drill in 2 new holes for this. But before I do that, I'm going to take this off and take a look at this. It looks like it's bent way out too. We'll take a look at that next. Well, I've got this out. And you see here, this angle should be the same as this angle. See how this is pooched way out? I talked to my aunt, got a kick out of it. She said, oh yeah, I beat that with a hammer. See how just this paddle right here is kind of pooched too? That's because she beat it and it bent right there. And that's why these aren't in line now. So the first thing I have to do is straighten this out. Let's see if I can do this. Just right here on the ground, huh? I don't want to do it too much or else I could snap this right off. But do you see how this is almost in line now? That's what I want. Both of those at the same angle. See how this kind of comes out a little bit more of an angle? I think maybe it's supposed to do that ever so slightly. But let's tap it just a hair more, not much more. Last thing I want is for this to break off because that could. This is just pop metal. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's hold it back up there and see what we got. here's the screws that were in there. These are mighty long. You see, they're actually going to go into the siding, the wood slats on the other side, but I guess that's okay as long as they don't come out the other end. You know. So you're right where it's at. You know what? I could maybe put the screws in at the very same place now that I've got this bent back and see how well it works. I think I can do that first before I figure on raising that, because in actuality, see, if I got it right like that, it looks like it's up off the bottom. You know, worst case scenario, see, I can lift it up about there. But the last thing you want, there's kind of a happy medium to get this to open in this slot. Some of it's going to be trial and error. I'm going to go ahead and screw it right in the same holes and see what happens.